The Xbox July showcase is officially in our rearview mirror. With a 2-hour game showcase that consisted of a pre-show and a main show, Xbox showed off 22 games from their 9 studios. Let's take a closer look at everything Xbox had to offer. Xbox had a good game showcase that showed off some awesome first-party games, never before seen gameplay, and a few surprises at the end. So let's jump into it because there is a lot to cover. We will start off with the pre-show. The very first world premiere was a game brought to us by Square Enix, Dragon Quest. This game was designed by Yuji Horii. I think all of us are familiar with Dragon Quest, a game that is 34 years old and dates back all the way to 1986. In Yuji's own words, you will play the part of the hero, joining forces with a band of companions on a journey to save the world. The story unfolds in a vast and varied land of Adria. You will visit countless towns and cities on your journey, where you will buy weapons, undertake errands, quest, and gather nuggets of useful information. You will also battle ferocious monsters using each character's unique skills, be that a warrior, a thief, a mage, or a martial artist. This game will be out on December 4th, 2020. The second world premiere that we saw was for a first-person shooter Echo Mecha that will be out in 2021 on the Xbox Series X and Xbox One. This is a free-to-play game, so it would be interesting to see how this one plays out. Up next was another trailer for Watch Dogs Legion. Honestly, this is a game that I just never really resonated with. I played the first game but could never really get into it. Based on the trailer, I might go back and play the second game before deciding if this game will be worth picking up. This game will be out on October 29th on the Xbox One and later on the Xbox Series X as well. This game does support smart delivery, so if you do decide to pick up a copy on the Xbox One, you do not have to pay for it again on the Xbox Series X. Up next, I had a world premiere for Echo Generation. This is an indie style third-person RPG type game, at least that's how it looked to me, and it will be out in 2021. Then we saw a world premiere for Hello Neighbors 2. I've never played the first one, but after seeing the trailer for this game, I will pick myself up a copy. This game will be out in 2021 on Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and Windows PC. Lastly, we saw what in my opinion was the highlight of the pre-show and honestly my top 3 games of the night. Balan Company. This game was brought to you by Yuji Naka and Naoto Oshima in association with Square Enix. Words taken directly from the description of the Xbox trailer. Balan Wonderworld is a wondrous show the likes of which we have never seen before. Still quoting the trailer, 12 different tales await players in a bizarre and imaginary land of Wonderworld. As the star of the show, you can use powers from 80 different costumes while exploring stages filled with tricks and traps to get to the heart of each story. As you journey through the land between fantasy and reality, you must find a way to bring ballads to others and yourself. This game will be out in 2021 on the Xbox Series X and Xbox One.
Months ago, your people are broken, scattered, hunted, defeated by me. I wish I could tell you it was difficult, but it wasn't. We are one step ahead, always. The ring is already under our control. Soon, the auditorium as well. The Harbinger and the Banished share the same goal. We fight together to honor the will of Atriox. But without challenge, I grew weary, lost, alone. But here you now stand. This is my last fight. A true test of legends. Our story will outlive us both. Set a fire in your heart, Spartan. Bare your fangs. Fight hard. Die well.
So now it is time for the main show. They started off with a bang, exactly the way everyone expected them to start, with Halo Infinite. We saw a never before seen trailer followed by what we have been asking for all this time, gameplay. This game looks great and it's exactly what you would expect from a Halo game. Based on first impressions, this is going to be a great game. The world looks absolutely incredible, there is stunning attention to detail and everything just looks lively. I cannot wait to play this game on the Xbox Series X in full 4K. Quoting Chris Lee, the studio head of Halo Infinite directly, "This is the most ambitious game we have ever created at 343 Studios. For the first time, players will have the ability to explore a mysterious new Halo ring that is several times larger than the last two Halo games combined. Halo Infinite has been built from the ground up to take full advantage of the Xbox Series X, bigger battles, more complex visual effects, displayed at 10 times the processing power of Halo 5. This game will be running at a flawless 60 frames per second. The second game of the main show was a trailer for State of Decay. I've never played any of these games before, but after seeing this trailer I will be going back and playing all of these games. This game is just a visual masterpiece and I cannot wait to see how it looks on the Xbox Series X. Up next in the show we saw Xbox boss Phil Spencer, who presented a trailer for the new Forza Motorsport. Honestly, I'm more of a Horizon guy, but if you are a fan of motorsport, this game might be worth checking out. Then we saw another game that I've really been looking forward to, Everwild. I really like this style of game. In the words of Louise O'Connor, the executive producer of Everwild, this game will give you a magical and untamed natural world to explore and lose yourself in. The next game we saw was brought to us from the guys over at Don't Nod Entertainment. This is a brother-sister mystery style game that is called Tell Me Why. This game will be released in chapters and is created by the same team that brought us Life is Strange. Quoting the trailer directly, Tell Me Why is set in beautiful Alaska. This game features true to life characters, mature themes and gripping choices. I am a huge fan of Life is Strange, so I will be checking this game out when it releases on August 27th. Xbox will also be getting their own version of Ori and the Wisp, specifically designed for the Xbox Series X. This game will be able to run at 120 frames per second in full 4K HDR in the highest quality, delivering unprecedented game feel with silky smooth animation, super crisp sharp image and low input latency. This game will be out on Xbox One, Xbox Series X and Windows PC later this year. Then we saw another trailer for Outer Worlds. I've never played this game, but I did hear great things about it. I might just go back and download this game on Game Pass. The trailer that we saw was DLC. Grounded was another game that caught my attention. I've been looking at this game for a while now. The biggest small game that you will ever see. Grounded shrinks you down to the size of an ant and see you battle spiders, ladybugs and worms in your backyard. This game will be out on July 28th on all Windows gaming platforms. Up next was Avowed. As per Matt Booty, the expansive first-person RPG is set in the fantasy world of Aurora. This game was created by Obsidian and we do know that they have a great track record when it comes to this style of games. They built this game from the ground up to take full advantage of the Xbox Series X. Now there were two big games up next. The first was Destiny 2. The first game had a lot of potential but ultimately failed to deliver and just fell short. They did make a lot of improvements later on in the game and I do hope that they have learned from their previous mistakes. This is a game that I will be given a second chance to. Medium is another game that I am excited to play. This is a dark, mysterious game and it is the exact style of game that I love. You explore the real world and the spirit world at the same time. Use your psychic ability to solve puzzles spanning both worlds, uncover deeply disturbing secrets and surviving encounters with the Maw, a monster born from unspeakable events. They definitely saved the best surprise for last. We have been speculating for months now, but it has been made official. They are working on a new Fable game. This was by far the highlight of the show for me. I am really glad to see that we will finally be getting a new Fable game. Ultimately, I thought this was a good event and I was excited for the games on show. They had a few misses mixed in between, but overall I am happy. The really nice thing about all of these games that we saw on the main show is that every single one of them will be available on Xbox Game Pass. That means that you do not have to spend an extra cent on these games if you already have the service. Honestly, if you can just spot 2 games from the showcase that you think you will be interested in playing, getting Xbox Game Pass will be worth it for you. Xbox is the only gaming company that support their gaming services to this extent. But on that note, this is where I'm going to end it. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button. If you want to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing, and as always, please remember to stay safe, wash your hands, don't touch your face, and I hope to see you again soon.